So guys, welcome back to the video. Today we are going to be ranking all MCU and also Sony and Daredevil projects. And reason for that is because I just haven't done it in a while, and in preparation for Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. Quickly before I start, I'm just going to put Doctor Strange and Daredevil in a bottom category, and the reason I haven't seen both of these, Daredevil because it's an 18 plus and I'm actually only 12, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness because it's not actually out in cinema yet. People are only seeing the first half of it, I'm pretty sure, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to be doing it in release order. So, what did I say next? I meant to say, first is Spider-Man 1. I only think Spider-Man 1 is in the A tier because I think it was a nice introduction to the character, and it started the whole superhero craze. I don't know if that's the right word to use. Next is Spider-Man 2. The reason that this one is different from Spider-Man 1, in my opinion, is an S tier, is because I feel like it's better, and I feel like the second just improves on it by that little touch. Anyway, next is Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is one of those ones where I'm a big fan on it, even if others aren't. And the only real reason I'm a massive fan of it is the final battle. I think was really well done, and I actually quite enjoy it. But you know, now that I think about it, it should be top of B. I was going to put it around about bottom A, but top of B. Next is Iron Man. I feel like it is going to be above Spider-Man 2 because it's good enough, but Spider-Man 2 is good enough to beat it, but at the same time, Iron Man's more of like a good film, I guess I should say, or more of an amazing film. Anyway, next is Hulk. I'm gonna put it D tier. It is kind of underrated a little bit, but not that much that I can't really put it as one of my least favorites on the list. Next is Iron Man 2, which I cannot find. Iron Man 2, I think, is a C tier. It's underrated, but it's not way too underrated because like everyone, I wouldn't say it's a B tier, and I wouldn't say it's a D tier. So maybe in between, C. So next, after Iron Man 2, is Thor. Thor, I think, is a decent film. I think it is top of D, because it isn't the best, but at the same time, it definitely doesn't deserve, that low. I meant the bottom of the list. Anyway, next is a movie I cannot seem to find. Thor: The Dark World is my least favourite. I could say maybe above Hulk, because I feel like Hulk's more of a bland film. Actually, no. There's one film underneath. So yeah, there's not much I could say about it, except for it's not that fun, and it's a little bit, I didn't really like it that much. Anyway, next is, I'm pretty sure The Amazing Spider-Man 1 came out after the Avengers. I'm pretty sure. So Avengers, in my opinion, it's probably bottom A. I don't like it as much as other people, only because like that The Avengers, I feel like, is a bit serious. It's not the funniest of films. Whereas the other Avengers, at least they're like kind of funny a little bit. But then this one isn't really that funny. And what next is The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm going to put The Amazing Spider-Man top of B, above Spider-Man 3. Because I really like it and I think it's a good film. I just think it doesn't deserve to be in the A tier. And right next, I've done Thor the Dark World already. And it's supposed to come after Iron Man 3, which is the next one. Iron Man 3 is one of those other B tier ones. I feel like it's better than The Amazing Spider-Man. But I do still really like The Amazing Spider-Man. And the reason it's above it is purely for the fact that I feel like it's more funny, I guess. No, it's not more funny. I can't find the word in my brain. Anyway, next, I don't know what one was first, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or Captain America the Winter Soldier. I'm just going to say Captain America the Winter Soldier, then... Okay, Captain America the Winter Soldier I feel like is bottom S. Bottom S because I don't think actually is above Spider-Man 2. The reason bottom S is because I just don't find it as fun as maybe some of the others. And the reason for that is because it's like really serious all the time. There's like 1 or 2 jokes in the film, I think from what I remember. But that's all. So, yeah. But it's still an enjoyable enough film. Next, I'm going to put The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And on this tier list, I'm going to put my full just opinions on them. I don't care what people say. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I don't actually think it was trash like everyone else. I actually loved it. I think it's better than Spider-Man 1. I'm just stating my opinion, guys. Like, when I first saw it, I loved it. But then, when I started hearing that people hate it, I just started hiding away the fact that I actually loved it. And I put it bottom tier each time I done a tier list with it in it. But now I'm coming clean. Next is Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is, for me, it's above It's above The Amazing Spider-Man 2 because The Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, I can admit there is some bad things about it. But Guardians of the Galaxy is like a perfect film almost, but not perfect enough because it's not in the S tier. Next, it is Avengers Age of Ultron, and can I tell you something? You might be shocked where I put it. Top of S. It's not my favourite film. It's definitely not even, I don't think it's even my 5th favourite. No, I think it is my 5th favourite. And the reason I love it so much is because it was the first ever Avengers film I saw. And when it was on Netflix, I watched it literally every single day, like 5 times a day, it felt like. Of course, not actually 5 times a day, but like so many times a day. I loved it so much. And it has a special place in my heart. And I actually really love it. Next is Ant-Man. I don't really like it as much as when I first watched it. Or when, is my favourite. Top of B though. Because, like, it's decent enough, I guess. Next is Captain America Civil War. Captain America Civil War, I already put my full opinions on most of them. Same with this one. Captain America Civil War is my 3rd favourite. I really love it. And I just think almost nothing can beat it. Next is Doctor Strange. I'm gonna rewatch Doctor Strange like probably tonight, and the reason for that is because I'm really excited for the new film, which is why I'm putting it top of A. Like, I'm so excited for the new film that I can remember basically only the good parts about Doctor Strange. And I'm just excited for the new film. Anyway, next is gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I didn't mean to put it that high. I meant to put it top of B, because like I don't like it as much as I used to, but I mean, I still think it's decent. I still think it's really good. Next is Spider-Man Homecoming. As the first Tom Holland Spider-Man film, I think it's above Doctor Strange. But at the same time, I still really like Doctor Strange. It's still a really fun film. Next is Thor Ragnarok. I think it's underneath Doctor Strange at the moment for me, just because of how hyped I am for Doctor Strange 2. Next is gonna be... Where's Black Panther? Black Panther, I think it's top of B. There's nothing necessarily bad about the film. It's just, at the same time, I can't really think of much of the good thing. I completely forgot about Captain America the First Avenger. I'm quickly going to put it in here. I think it's a fun war film, but it's not fun enough to be in the A tier. Top of B. Anyway, next is Avengers Infinity War. Y'all know where that's going. Y'all know. It is going above Civil War, because like I love it. There's only like one or two things I don't... There's only like one thing I don't like about it. Anyway, quickly I'm going to put Venom. I can't actually remember where it goes, or like when it released. But I think it's above Iron Man 2, but I just didn't really like it that much. I can say it's a really, really memorable and amazing film. Anyway, next is Ant-Man and the Wasp. I am actually starting to like it a little bit more and more. Bottom of B though. Next is Captain Marvel. It's still above Hulk, but underneath the original Thor. Next is Avengers Endgame. It is a masterpiece, but I don't think it's above Civil War though. Spider-Man Far From Home. The only reason I think it is underneath Doctor Strange, actually above Doctor Strange, is because like Spider-Man No Way Home boosted my love for Spider-Man, everything related to him as well. Anyway, WandaVision, decent, but I think just above the Amazing Spider-Man. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like my second favorite of the TV shows, behind Moon Knight. Okay, next is Loki. Loki, I think it's underneath the original Avengers, but I do still really enjoy it. Next is Black Widow. Black Widow, I think it's really fun, and I did like it so much more when it was first released, but I don't really like it as much now. Next is Shang-Chi. The reason Shang-Chi is going to go in the S tier, I think it's an amazing film and I think it's shot really well, but I just don't think it's as good as The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Next is What If. I'm rewatching it at the moment. I'm only on episode 2 though, but at the moment, from what I've watched, it's S tier. I'm just remembering it all just now. Anyway, next is not Hawkeye. Next is actually I'm gonna wait 1 second till I've done it to do Eternals. Venom Let There Be Carnage. I actually really enjoyed it. But it's probably just above The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Actually, just above. Yeah, because I think it's pretty fun, but at the same time, there's bits that are confusing and a little bit violent. Cause like, there's a bit where he explains I think it was his grandma's death and like his childhood and all. Next is Hawkeye. I can remember it, and from what I remember, I thought it was round about top of A. Next is Spider-Man No Way Home. You all know it's my favourite Marvel film at this point. There's nothing new about it that you need to know. It's just up there. Next is Moon Knight. What is my brother watching? Louis, can you turn that down? Anyway, next is Moon Knight. And the reason Moon Knight is gonna go just underneath Iron Man, I really like it. It's really mind-bending at the same time, so it gets confusing at points. So, yeah. That's the end of the video there. Like, subscribe. Goodbye.